Alright, I hit the button. Yeah, the Dracula voice. Anyway, it's more crazy fun with Karen. Yay! Oh boy. Let's play the video. It'll be fun. Trust me. Oh, wait a minute. You can't trust nobody because everybody's full of shit, says she. Yeah, we don't know nothing. Nothing.
The debates. And the discussion.
Okay, here we go. Back to the beginning. Back to the origins. Magical, magical, sparkly, sparkly. Yes, that's her theory. Origins, mysterious, we never understand. To God, oh, God, and such. And the page isn't reloading properly. So I hit the button, make it reload again. Okay, anyway, here we go. Here comes the fun.
I'm going to read a short quote from Robert Winston.
Okay.
I've been lucky enough to hear Robert Winston.
Alright, whatever. I'll go find out who this fuckhead is. I put him in the title. Robert Winston must be an idiot. Yeah, to be serious, thinks he knows what he's saying. It's scientific fact. Logic. Yeah. 2 plus 2. Crazy plus crazy equals crazy crazy. Okay, let's go.
And speak twice in London.
Science, atheism, and absoluta. Absoluta. Yeah. Please watch this in full screen. Some of the... Yeah. Some of the...
Royal Society. He's an excellent speaker.
Oh, this is so brilliantly constructed. Okay, science, atheism, and the absoluta. Okay, please watch this in full screen. Some of the... Ah, that makes sense. I have added this. I find it hilarious. Yeah, I find this hilarious also. I'm having such a good time already. I really am having such a good time already. That my recent video have received such horrible reactions from fellow atheists. I was just calling them idiots for drawing conclusions. Why should they be upset? I mean, how can you close the door on God? It is not possible, because shit, it might be true. Maybe possibly in a zillion to one odds thing. So how can they possibly say no? How can they possibly? They still have trials, those silly people. They put people on trial for murder and convict them with evidence. How silly can you fucking be? Oh, it's crazy. I hope unbiased. See, everybody else is biased, but her. She knows the truth. She is the oracle making cookies. Yeah, like in the Matrix. She's like the oracle. I'm the oracle. I'm sneaky and wise. I make cookies. To disguise my powers. I would confuse you if I didn't make cookies. Crazy, crazy. Viewers will ignore that. Yes, only the good viewers will ignore it. Watch the video and give my points honest consideration. Let's see if we can find the point somewhere in here. Yeah, that'll be really cool. Let's see if in the whole video we can find one rational point. Ah, it'll be cool. See if she makes one rational connection between this drivel-dravel and an actual event in reality. Like maybe, possibly, somewhere in this video she will actually say what it is. What kind of furry monster is up her little twitchy anus? You know, what kind of gnawing little beastie has caused her anal distress? Yeah, maybe she will identify this criminal that she is so scared of. Oh. Maybe.
And he put his finger on exactly the points I've been attempting to outline in my recent videos.
Oh, good. So you will quote mine, a quote mine of his. Oh, excellent idea. Let us quote mine, and then we will quote mine the quote. It's like double processed gold. Yes. Like sometimes you can buy gold that's 99% gold, and sometimes you can buy gold that's only 98% gold. Yeah, let's go for double gold. Yeah.
I fear I might not have outlined the problem clearly enough.
I fear that you are wasting my time with this gobbly gob. Please, talk in a more funny voice, like me, please. Yes, I'm getting bored already. The image is stale, the text is incomplete. Some of the white nothing text here. What? Some of the...
Robert Winston.
Might be a very good song. Some of the... was the... Yeah, you could just end every sentence in the...
Does. So here's what he says.
Oh, good. Now let's get to the Magic Man quote. Okay, let's see what the Magic Man has to say. Okay, this is going to be big words coming now. Big words coming.
There is a degree of scientific dogma when, for example...
Okay, here we go. She's reading it for us, but maybe we'll read it better. There's a degree of scientific dogma when, for example, very strong committed atheists, you know, those smelly people with B-O, talk about science. Only I, uppity science man, should talk about science, because I'm uppity science man, and I don't want all you little people, all you things, to be talking scientifically about anything. I'm the scientist. I say my inventions are cool and their inventions suck. And that's what I say. Or something like that. I'm sure.
Committed atheists talk about science being the absolute truth.
Oh, that wasn't very continuous. You see, you started with the middle of a sentence and the end here, and then you jump to the new... So you should at least make the periods before you do the switchy over, you know, in the texty thingy. And I really don't need full screen to see this textery. You see, you could put more text in here if you're going to do a text video. A little bit more. You really could have. You might think I'm an idiot, but I'm not fucking blind. It's true. Anyway, being the absolute truth. So science being, so you have to bring the word from the old one when she ended with science, and she ended with science in this one. Oh, it's a fucking coincidence. Oh my God, there must be a God. She ended 2 sentences with science. It's evidence of gods, for surezies. For surezies. Alright, being the absolute truth. Science is being the absolute truth. Okay, so we haven't proven gravitational theory by flying to the moon and getting home for free. That's right, we put no energy in to get back. Right, we went and we expended no more energy, you know, it's a tiny bit of navigational energy, and we flew all the way home based on the energy it took us to get there. Isn't that amazing? Oh, but that never happened according to these Looney Toonies. Okay, you never prove anything, you never demonstrate anything decisively and completely, you never have videotape of the murderer in the parking lot whacking the person over the head with the crowbar. That's not evidence. The Martians made that videotape, for cripe's sake. Don't use scientific deduction, don't figure anything out. No, just pretend Miss Sirius knows the truth and go ask her. If you have a problem in life and you can't figure something out, go ask Miss Sirius, because she knows answers. None of you can draw any conclusions but her, because she has God's ear. Or God's mouth. Oh, that's it. She has God's mouth sewn to her fucking her stupid mother. Her skunk. She has God's lips sewn to her skanky cunt. Yes, that's it. I knew it was a theory like that, right? That sounds so correct. God talks to her vagina. That's how she knows the truth. Her genitalia. I'm sorry I used explicit language. Doopsie doopsie. Only say skanky genitalia. Yeah. I don't think that really helps science. Oh, so, Mr. Richard Poopy Pants, you don't think it helps science to draw conclusions. Science is much better off if we just said, God done it. Yeah, oh, that's so much better. So much easier. Just, God done... You have a question mark thing? Just, God done it. God done it. There you go. It's all solved. No problems. No wasted time doing this researchy thing and experiments and all that shit. Just God done it, says the scientist. It is rather undermining because science. Okay, we get to that. Remember, that's where we left off. Because science. That's where we left off.
Of course, the ultimate truth is basically the same thing. I don't think that really helps science.
When you're reading some quote from somebody, it's probably best not to put in extrapolations. Because now you're implying the science guy said that. He didn't do all this hoofity-poofity about ultimate and absolute. Well, ultimate is like a bigger word than absolute. Well, technically it's not as many letters, but it's bigger because it has a U in it. Well, it's bigger because it starts with a U. Mostly. Maybe it starts with an AU. Maybe in the original Latin it started with a rock next to a boulder. You understand?
It is rather undermining because science is not just about...
Okay, here we go. Science is not just about truth. It's not about discovering the truth. Like when you have a trial, you're not trying to figure out what the fuck happened. No, you're trying to make cookies and such. Like in the Matrix. You're trying to be sneaky like the Oracle. And you're trying to say, let's not have a real trial and decide if this guy's guilty or innocent. Let's just say, oh, he's darky and he's guilty. And now let's make cookies. That's the way to do it. And that's what science does. Science doesn't do serious investigation to discover how something actually works. No, 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 no. No, no, no. It's about answering questions by saying, God done it. Mostly. It's about probabilities. Oh, here we go. Sorry, I didn't realize it was an actual whole complete sentence here. It's about the truth. It's not about the truth. It's about probabilities. Now, imagine this for yourselves. Okay, there's a science guy who went to extensive study in school on physics, right? Physics is his mathematical subject, really. And fundamental to mathematics is the field, the separate subject of statistics and probability. This is a field of study, where they analyze these things and say, how come there ain't a 13 on the dice? How come when I roll the dice, I can't get a 13? Oh, that's right, because it's not possible because there's not constituent elements to add up to 13. So it's not one of the possibilities, right? But there's a certain limited number of possibilities, right? But the truth is, there is no such thing as a probability. You know why? Because it's a bullshit word. That's right, we invented it. It doesn't have anything to do with reality at all. Probability. Probability has to do with what we don't know, you see. When we know something, then we know what the likely outcomes are, only because we narrow what the possibilities are. The possibilities, not any such thing as a probability. So all you can do is limit possibilities by gaining knowledge. And when you have complete knowledge of exactly how the dice was thrown and what walls they bounce off of, you would be able to precisely predict the outcome. Because the outcome is inevitable. Because it's a deterministic universe, you see. All the little atoms and all the little energy thingies all have to add up. E equals mc squared. Oh, but wait a minute. That's not the truth. That's a fucking Einstein lie. Yeah, don't pay any attention to that shit. Says to be serious. That's just drivel. Okay? Out of a crazy, Jew horn. Don't believe any of that. Okay, so look, probability is not a real thing, okay? It's an illusion of ignorance. When you have knowledge, there's no probability anymore, there's inevitability. So that's all there really is ever, is inevitabilities, and you can either predict them accurately or not predict them accurately, and if you have no predictive capacity, then you have to rely on outcome possibility. And that's all you have for your probability study and your analysis. But there is no real thing as probability. It's about likelihood to some extent. Oh my God, this is a scientist now. Okay, so this is a scientist. And this, she says, is a great quote. So this is like a brilliantism. You ever heard of a brilliantism? Well, this is called a brilliantism, right? But she's quoted it. Okay, so it's supposed to be brilliant. Okay, and he's being completely redundant. Can you see that? Science is not just about truth, it's about probabilities. Okay, and about likelihood to some extent. Now, can you get more silly? What the fuck is the difference between probability and likelihood exactly? Okay, so that's called a redundancy. You know, and some people who understand physics and dynamics understand that's called waste. Okay, when you're redundant, that's wasteful. This video is a little redundant, to tell you the truth, but so what? I can afford to waste a little bit of shit because yeah, because I'm running like a loose cannon, you see. Loose cannons are a little bit wasteful, but they're fun to watch. Trust me. And, of course, what we know from the science. She's in the word with science again. And, of course, what we know from the science. So, the truth and the science. So, what we know from the science, wouldn't that be called the truth? So, there's two levels of redundancy, right? Waste in that one little fucking hunk of crap. Which means it pretty much doesn't say shit.
It's about probabilities, it's about likelihood to some extent, and of course, what we know from the science, the more we explore the...
Okay, ... So apparently she, quote mined the quote, pulled some shit out of it, and this, come back now, let's do some more. Yeah, she's a fair cop. Yeah, fair cop, right? Oh, there's a piece of evidence that indicates my wife committed the crime. I guess I'll pick that up and put it in my pocket. Yeah, so she picked up the stuff and put it in her pocket. The more we explore, the more half-truths or part-truths we find, ... So, that's a declaration of the truth. Wait a minute, you can't do that. You can't explore your truth and just ignore all the others. That's what you're doing, isn't it? Yes, it is. It is what you're doing, isn't it? The more we explore, the more half-truths or part-truths we find. No, guess what? The more we explore, which exploring is doing experiments, the more half-truths and part-truths we bury deeper and deeper and deeper into the ground, until they are popping up in China. We have buried so many crappy little half-truths and part-truths that they are leaching into the soil in China now. Or Australia, or whatever. Or Indonesia, whatever's on the other side. The more we find that we actually can't explain, the more we find that we actually can't explain. I don't know what that means. The more we find that we actually can't explain. Okay, so he's saying the more we research evolution and the dynamics of the beastie competition, the more we go, holy shit, I don't understand this at all. Yes, that's how it works. So the more we look into it, the more evidence we gather, the more experiments we do, the more we say, I don't understand this at all. That's his theory. What do you think of that? I personally think it's a pile of crap. An absolutely silly statement. Yeah, okay.
More half-truths or part-truths we find, and the more that we actually can't explain.
Ah, here we go.
That is exactly what I meant when I said that we needed to be humble.
Oh, God's talking so loudly into her vagina that she's a little bit out of breath. I got you, God, I got you. I'm working on it. I'm trying to trick them all. There's most of the opera there. Oh, here we go. This is a Hitchens quote. So now she's changed to quotables. Another quote from the mind. The mind. to choose dogma. So we know who Hitchens is, right? This is a guy who hated Muslims, right? He wanted to kill all the Muslims on earth and convicted all the Muslims. Like, he convicted all the Muslims of murder and was perfectly satisfied to nuke the fuck out of them. But, to be serious, thinks he was correct. So God says Hitchens is good, and therefore the Muslims should be murdered, because we have enough evidence to convict them of murder. So we now can murder them properly. Does that make any sense to you either? No, I can't make anything. Kitty, do you think that makes sense? No, Kitty doesn't think so. I choose dogma, more dotting, over doubt and experience. To choose dogma over doubt and experience is to throw out the ripening vintage. Okay, this is like a baby in bathwater thing. To throw out the ripening vintage because I'm a drunk. Yes, died of oral cancer from probably drinking shit. I mean, dinosaur piss and such. And to reach greedily for the cooling aid. So yes, you're throwing out the bitter, old, archaic fun stuff for the silly activating drink. Yeah, so why does he say, throwing out the vinegar for the Gatorade? Oh wait, that wouldn't make the argument they're trying to make. So he wouldn't say something like throwing out the vinegar for the Gatorade. No. But he was talking about religion anyway, right? He was talking about smelly Muslims, smelly big-nosed Muslims here. He wasn't talking about, like, science against scientists. This is scientist against scientist, Miss Serious. You're making accusations that scientists are too dogmatically religious somehow because they've drawn a conclusion that you don't agree with. And so you want to slander them. So this is a discussion about slander, you crazy bitch. Yeah, you've got it all wrong. Alright, let's play some more fun.
When we're exploring complex areas in the sciences, and we need to be realistic about the limits of our knowledge.
Oh, and you'll tell us when that is, right? You'll tell us, yes, it's realistic to convict OJ of cutting his wife's head off. That's realistic, but it is not realistic to think evolution is about the replication of organisms through consumption of each other. That's a wrong conclusion. Okay, that's not happening in evolution. No, evolution is the... I love you. I love you, I love you. Yes, I love you so much I have to eat you from the vagina up. Perhaps... Is that it? Yes. I love you so much I want to live in your colon. Make you die. Suck your juices from your neck. Yeah, oh, is that it? Yeah, that's it.
And not make claims that we cannot support.
Claim? And where? Could you show me a claim that we cannot support? Please, show me an example of a claim that cannot be supported made by one of these boogie persons, these duty poopers, that you are in such disagreement with. Could you provide an example, please? In some way in all this texty, could you provide us with an example of the horrible crime being committed against your precious ignorance? Let's all stay stupid! Yeah! Show me the crime against that. Show me.
It's about science as absolute or ultimate truth.
Oh, it's about science as the best and only way to discover said truth. There is no other way. There's no book of truth, bitchy. That's right. There's no God. He didn't write a book of truth. You're not going to fly through the universe and find the little hitchhiker's guide. No, there's no such fucking thing. So all you've got is science, you stupid, crazy fuck. Oh dear. I mean, let's understand, science isn't a thing anyway. It's just like trial, okay? It's a process. You rationally say, this is the best option. You present the evidence and have a judgment made by some sort of disciplined body. That's the process. Duh.
Robert Winston goes on to state the
Oh, here we go. Now she's going back to the other fellow. So here in the middle, she quotes somebody. She does dotty dotty dotty. Then she quotes somebody else, dotty dotty dotty. And now she's going back to the other guy. And she's going to, I mean, don't we suspect that maybe God isn't talking to her vagina? That maybe she's just a crack whore? I mean, fucking hey, man. Who doesn't know not to do this? You don't quote one guy and then quote somebody else in the middle and then pop the other end of the quote on the other end. That's called fucking bullshit.
Yes, and articulately explains the problem exists to a much greater degree within dogmatic religions.
Okay, it exists to a much greater degree within dogmatic religions, but I'm going to pretend what he's really saying is that it's the pseudoscientist. That's it, a pseudoscientist. He's a professional, goddammit, and he's double redundant in his quotes. And the amateur can't be double redundant in one quote. So he's a professional scientist because he achieved double redundancy. I think we know that's bullshit also. Megan.
It makes sense for atheists who really want to explore and understand the world to be vigilant about all claims which cannot be supported. And
I'm not going to quote any of those, though. Yeah, she has the grand courage of presenting the crap she's crapping on. Right? She's taking a gigantically huge crap on somebody else's crap. But she doesn't have the guts to show us the crap she's crapping on. Oh, holy crap.
Any claims to ultimate or absolute truth fall into that category.
Okay, anytime you draw a conclusion that, the relationship between the diameter and the circumference of a circle is proportional to this pi thing, 3.14, blah, 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 you are now committing a crime of drawing any kind of dependency on that. If you build a building based on it, you're a fool. You're a fool. If you drive in one of these modern automobiles designed and engineered by this science thing, oh, you're an idiot. You're a crazy person. Don't you think that's just nonsense? Didn't they prove the failure of science when those men went to the moon and all died? Oh, wait a minute. They didn't do that, did they? They went to the moon successfully and flew all the way back home on no fucking energy. Through science. Amazing. You're crazy, lady. You're one crazy bitch.
Finally, I'd like to express my enthusiasm.
Oh, yeah, there we go. We got a regular comment here.
He mentioned that he might make a video.
Concordance. This is supposed to be Mr. Science on the internet. Oh, punsity. This is a silly person, right? This silly person, Concordance. He believes in some sort of value relativism. So that basically means if I hate Jews, then Jews suck. Right? But if I don't hate Jews, then Jews don't suck. He believes that's somehow rational. Oh, let's all be relativistic. Yeah, I'll tell you what to like, and you can tell me what to like, and we'll both base it on no evidence and all claim to be right. Yeah, except the religious people. They're stupid. But we're all correct in having different opinions about every fucking thing on Earth. That works, right? Yeah, so another brilliant scientist. He's a brilliant scientist, billions and billions and billions of pages flipped and acquiring his understanding of everything on Earth. Except he's a completely buttholed retard, because he can't figure out there's only one truth in the universe, jackass, and you either accurately describe it or inaccurately describe it. And you can't possibly accurately describe it if you say, it's okay for us to contradict each other. Oh, that won't work. Logically. Okay. I thought about making a video. Oh, gee. He thinks about it first. Well, that's a mistake. You see, what you do is you turn the camera on and hit the little button, and then you just let go. Boom. Go, run. Video I'm making a video. Yeah, it's fun that way. Completely apart from the spirit science. Okay. He's going to make some other kind of video except spirit science videos. Oh, cool. On the idea of emergent properties. They're so cool. Oh, no, they're not. It's just a silly word. Emergent properties, those are like what? Properties that show up late. Oh, okay. Ones that don't get to the party on time. Oh, okay, I got that word now. In many areas of biology, like the way that neural circuits emerge into qualia and consciousness. Ooh! It's an emergent property? No, I don't think so. I think the fact is that's a fundamental property of the brain, actually, fellow. You're some sort of neurobiologist or something, aren't you? I mean, actually, neurocircuits emerge into qualia and consciousness. He means feelings and thoughts. That's what he means. A qualia is feeling. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Like when God talks to your vagina. Anyway, but what he's saying here is neural circuits emerge into qualia and consciousness. They do this, obviously, this is a fundamental mechanism. The whole entire neural structure in the brain, right? Like 2.99999 of the 3 pounds was entirely developed or built upon the consciousness. See, the ability to feel came very, very early in the process of the building of the brain. There would be no point in building the brain without the value creator. You see, understand? The value generator is fundamental to the brain's function. You see, so it's not an emergent property. It didn't like emerge later, like a grew slowly, little seed pops up late. No. It's a fundamental property, retard. I mean, stupid fuck. I mean, Mr. Science Man. Alright, here we go. It's the closest thing that materialists get to magic. It's the closest thing that materialists get to magic. Oh, fucky A. No. There are 100 billion neurons in the fucking brain, right? Little thingy thingies. And there are organelles inside of the brain, little harmonies and chemical producers and little things that go blah, 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 blah. Little mechanisms, all kinds of little mechanisms in that, right? And it's all dynamically active, and there's, there's software, like it's like a hard drive, right? There's all kinds of folders on it, and the folders all have some kind of, here's a picture of my penis, and here's a picture of my ass, and here's all kinds of things in the folders. And yes, the brain works the same kind of way. It's all organized, blah, 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 blah. There's nobody would call it magic. No one calls what's on your hard drive magic. No. It's organization of neural activity for a function, which is go, 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 eat, kill, kill, kill. Yeah, not complicated. Another great example. That was a great example. Oh, fuck, and I missed it. It was a great example, and I completely missed it. I thought it was a stupid fucking example. Oh, anyway, here we go. Another great example is flocking behavior in starlings. Starlings with stars in there. And schooling sardines. They're almost like sardines. So starlings and sardines are where all the magic is, because they flock. And it's woo, it's all woo-woo-y. The rules are simple, but the behavior is much more complex than the sum of the parts. He's saying it is much more complex than the sum of the parts. He's saying he knows there is an unexplained complexity that is not possible to exist in the parts. Wait a minute. That's a silly thing for him to claim, because he has no evidence of that. The evidence might be just as simple as, well, if I see 7 waggly tails in front of me, I decide to go straight up. Oh, there, solved. We solved the equation of the starling behavior. They are not universal starships after all. They are not going to swim into the cosmic wormhole. There is no fucking mystery. It's a stupid fucking fish and a dumb kind of bird that goes poopity-poopity on statues and such. This is not the mystery of the universe, you fucktards. Alright, here we go. My opinion of Dr. Davison is that his published work is first-rate. Okay, we have another guy to look up. Dr. Davison. Oh, I guess he was in the other video. Mindfulness is easy enough to understand without going outside of the scientific method or material causes. Well, you're implying there's magic over here, fellow. You're saying here the sum of the parts can't explain the behavior. So you already proved God right there. If the sum of the parts don't do it, then if they can't do it, then, oh, well, we don't have an explanation. The rules of the behavior are much more complex. See, you just said it, than the sum of the parts. That's a declaration, idiot. So listen, Mr. Science, you said that badly. Anyway. Primary research, though, is pretty standard neurocognition and neurobiology. Yeah, he's a standard guy. I'm doing advanced studies. Yeah. Like, I'm making things that are like cool, like super weeds. Super weeds that eat other weeds. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Because I'm a scientist and I torture animals every day. Because I'm a value relativist and I don't give a fuck about animals because they're stupid. I talk about qualia and consciousness, but I can't figure out that mammals have that. Because I actually believe in God, because that's the only explanation you could possibly provide to explain why you would think other animals aren't conscious and sentient and having qualitative experience. The only way you could possibly draw that conclusion is to be a fucking God-bothering lunatic. Actually, I think concordance. You know, with this stupid OE thing in here, I think he's a fucking idiot. Yeah, that's what I think. Oh, am I playing a video here? Oh, that's what I'm doing, playing a video. Sorry. Back to playing the video.
And I would add, I'd like to see a series of videos in which he expands on a comment he made on one of my recent videos.
A lot of idiots made comments on one of your recent videos, actually. I remember that Laura Lalia made a comment of some sort, like, oh yes, everybody is so conclusive about everything, and they're not really realizing that we're really homorphic hookahbarkers, that we really have a hypnotist gene or something, and we have a be friendly to me gene, I need to be friendly gene, or some other kind of silly thing. Magic, art. We have one of those. We have a magic, art gene. Yeah. Makes us do magic, art things. No. So silly people.
Said, emergent properties in many areas of biology, like the way that neural circuits emerge into qualia and consciousness, it's the closest thing that materialists get to magic. Another great example is flocking behavior in starlings and schooling in sardines.
The sardines again! The sardines and the starlings! There's no coincidence there. The fact that they all sound starry. It can't be a coincidence. It's evidence. There's a God. Of course there's a God. Of course there is. We're scientists. We know it.
But the behavior is much more complex than the sum of its parts. As I see it,
she reads like shit.
A serious problem on YouTube
she was doing a drawing and she stopped.
Those with strong backgrounds in the sciences often
have employment obligations that don't allow them to spend a lot of time doing herkety-jerkety on the YouTubes. Damn it, it's very unfortunate. They have jobs and regular civil duties that all the crazy fucks don't have, which is really cool. Yeah, that's sort of a good thing, right? Oh, yes, it's a good thing.
Leave these areas of exploration to the conjectures of woo science adherents.
Woo science adherents, and then I will jump into a new personality right away, because I'm going to do another jump cut thingy. Oh, it's a very sloppy one, actually. Oh, damn it. We can't have any more fun for a little while. Anyway, I'll be back. I really will. I promise. I promise I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Let's play some more with this Voo word. Voo is a word skeptics use to shorthand to describe pseudo-scientific and often anti-scientific ideas. Well, isn't that clever of them to come up with a word like skanky cunt, or woo, or voodoo, or crap shit, or fuck shit, or nonsense. Yes, nonsense. That's what they could call it. You could just say nonsense. That is nonsensical. That might be the scientific thing to say. That is nonsensical. Yeah, I think I go with that. I think I would have integrity as a scientist and just say that is nonsensical. I won't bother with being satirical or insulting or rude or any of that. I'll just say you are being nonsensical. Now that's what you could do. I don't know what is this? The universal science, the image of the magic in the science symbol or something? Voodoo in the beaker. What is that? Thunderfoot's ball sack or something? What the fuck is that shit? The magic penis. That's what it is, see? The ball sack, and then the little thing about the voodoo bob, and the starries, and then it goes buzz, and does magic tricks, and then and shoots out. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a penis. Yeah, my penis is pointing at the verge. Oh, Jesus, a genitalia. The universal scientific genitalia symbol. Ah, me understand now. Okay, let's play some more of this crap. What the fuck is this icon? It's a telescope. Oh, it's a telescope. It's a scientific instrument for discovering the truth. Ooh, scary, scary. The evil scientists are discovering the truth. Ooh, run away, run away.
Are a lot of videos on YouTube about consciousness or the effects of the DMT molecule on thought?
Oh, fuck. It's really not that complicated. It's called evolution. Okay? We are reflexive organisms. We depending on how we reflexively react to circumstances will indicate whether you survive or die. It's like cats. Two cats can walk up to each other. They go, meow. And the other one goes, meow, meow. And the other one goes, meow, 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 meow. And then they chew the shit out of each other and run opposite ways. It's evolution, fucker. That's all. They're not saying anything important. It doesn't matter whether they're saying anything or not. It really doesn't matter. The whole point is, fighty, fighty, I win, you lose, I get to fuck the whore. That's the whole point of the thing. It doesn't have a, there's nothing else going on. DMT, fuck you, it doesn't mean anything. There's no God in this fucking bullshit. It's just reflexes, fuckheads. You're a reflexive piece of chemistry. That means you go, you do things. You go, you do these little herky-jerkies. Herky-jerky. That's what you are. You're little herky-jerky machines. You wind them up with energy, okay? You put stuff in, and you wind it energy, and it goes herky-jerky through the environment. That's all. Nothing going on here. This is silly conversation.
Or meditation.
Oh, fuck that shit. Okay, that's just mood alteration theory. No God there either.
How it affects consciousness, but there are very few videos from serious scientists.
Oh, the serious scientists all have little weak limp dicks. That's the problem. They're all little dickless. See, they're afraid to be shown up. They're afraid to have their quotes put in text because guess what? Somebody will go, holy shit, that's a redundant pile of crap. Oh my God, he went to fucking high school and then did 4 extra years of specific scientific training and he doesn't know that probability isn't a real thing? Holy fuck, he's an idiot. See, that'll happen to them. That's why the credible scientists say, ooh, I better not go out in public because somebody might figure out I'm full of shit.
Addressing these critical new areas of inquiry.
Critical. It's critical. Okay, will you give me fucking an example of the criticalness, please? Give me an example of criticalness. Sardine behavior? Starlings going fluffy, fluffy? Please, show me. What? You're telling me that's the serious shit? Really? Really? Oh, you're pathetic. She posted some new thing here. R-E-L-Y. Oh, that's not much of a thing. I guess I won't bother with that. So let's continue.
So, I think it'd make a great addition to YouTube content if more serious scientists...
Oh, I think lots of things too. I think it'd be really cool if all the young women's would write me love letters. And I think it'd be really super fantastic if people sent me cigarettes for no good reason whatsoever. Be just super. Oh, but that's not the subject, is it? That's not a reasonable subject of a video. I wish all the scientists would make videos and demonstrate that... Wait a minute, they'll probably just demonstrate that you're full of shit, madam. Yes, they probably will. So, watch out for what you wish for. You want to quote that? I think Santa Claus said it. Yes, Santa Claus said, watch out for what you wish for, because guess what? You might get it. And then, man, will you have a fucking goddamn burr up your little vagina. I mean your genitalia. Because the scientists are probably going to say, holy shit, she's a silly bitch, isn't she? Naggy much? My God. She's worse than my fucking mother.
Make videos about these areas of research.
Make videos about these areas of research. The Sardinia problem. And the Starlingia problem. Oh my God, let's figure out why the fuck they're swimming ziggity-zaggity. Holy shit, if we understand that, we can understand everything. The whole universe will be in our hands if we can just understand why the sardine went ziggity-zaggity. No, I don't believe that's true. I think that's complete bullshit.
And it might
whoa, fucking oh yeah. Sorry. Ooh, that God stuff does scare you when it first pops out at you. Whoa, God's playing with somebody's brain. What is this bullshit here? What is this symboliology here? What is this configuration of mixing of the metaphoring? I don't like it. Me no likey this. Anyway, it's time to expand the discussion to what I say so. Yes, let's quit having this discussion where people say so, and let's just have I say so. Me, Mrs. Pretentious Bitch, I say so. And I'll tell you what to believe, and I'll tell you when they've drawn a conclusion that I no likey, because it makes me look like a goddamn fish in a skin bag. And I don't want to be a fish in a skin bag. I don't want to be a herky-jerky. I want to be a special person. And I can only be a special person if I tell you I'm a special person, and you believe me. She's just so fucking pretentious. It's just outrageous. Oh, God, it just makes you sometimes think, maybe Thunderfoot's right and women are insane. Yeah, maybe. Maybe they are.
Culture wars between creationists and atheists. It's
culture wars between creationists and atheists. Although she's not talking about creationists, she's talking about atheists who she thinks are too obnoxious to... They've been accepting that evolution theory. Those fucking atheists. They're supposed to accept my value relativism theory, where I get to tell you that I'm relatively right and you're relatively wrong. Yeah, that's how it should work. I tell you that you're relatively wrong, and you believe everything I say, because I'm a silly bitch. Yeah. And I think sardines are the mystery of the universe.
It seems to me that atheists won that debate a long time ago.
Oh, there we go. So a debate can be won. There is hope for science yet. It can win a debate now and then. When she says so again, though. Oh, shit. So we have to go ask Miss Sirius. Did we win this debate? Did we win this debate yet? Have we won the abiogenesis debate yet? Did we win that one yet? Miss Sirius? Did we? What debate did we... could you tell us which debates we haven't won yet? Just so I know, so I can work on those a little harder. Gosh, you're such a fucking duplicitous hypocrite. Oh, man.
I'd love to see the debate.
I'd love to see with my skanky vagina. There's a hummingbird outside. Yay! Yay, there's a little hummingbird. Look, right over there. Look, it's going right over there. It's right over there. It's right over there. It's right over there. It's right over... Oh, it's gone. Oh, poopy. It was very cute. It was... Oh, it's cute. It's back. It's back. There it is again. There it is. There it is. Look, right there. Right up 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 there. Hummingbird. Hummingbirds are terribly cute, but cute is a bullshit word. Alright, enough of that shit.
And the discussion move on.
The discussion should move on. Oh, sorry.
Robert Winston.
I'll go back to the end.
The debates and the discussion move on.
Oh, that was the end. Okay. The discussion should move on to what Skanky Bitch says. Again, we shouldn't bother with this word science. Let's just go with do what I say. Think what I say. I will tell you what is the right thing to think. Yes, let's move right to that. The Skanky Bitches know best. That should be the acronym, right? What's the acronym for that? Skankb or something. Yes, but us Skankbudge know everything. We'll tell you what to believe. With our dries. Yes, we do these little dries. And that'll tell you what to believe. Because we drew a picture for you with a piece of software. Alright. Are we done now? Yeah, I think that's enough. I did have some potato chips earlier, and I think that just, I'm having one of those square roundy kind of days. You don't know whether you're really a square or you're round. I just can't really figure out my own geometry today. And such. And so forth. Oh, there's the cloud video again. Oh. Sorry. Anyway. How the fuck did I end up on this planet of crazy fucks? Evolution, or something like that, right? Law of probabilities. Every now and then, somebody's got to get it right. And I guess it just happened to be me this time. And I'm on planet wrong, and it's just the way it worked out. Oh, fuck. Oh, YouTube signed me out again. It's just so fucking... I have to keep doing this shit. Switch back to this. I want to stay on YouTube. I don't want to go to Google+. I hate Google+. And they keep sending me back there.
I'm going to read a short quote from Robert Winston.
Google is evil. Evil, evil motherfucker. Ooh, I have a comment. A new comment of some kind. Let's see, added to their circles. Oh, I don't want to be in a circle, jerk. Shared your video. Oh, who cares? Shared your video. Oh, who cares? Oh, Poodle Susan. I like Poodle Susan. See if she said something. Gambler, hey, I took the time to put together all our comments and make a video of the discussion. It's stuck in processing. Oh, that's too bad. I think whatever I say responds to, well, whatever. I shall go be looking for it and such. Yeah, I'll do that. Hopefully it'll be unprocessed and such. I'm just winding down, just transitions. Don't really like transitions much. Don't see the hummingbird anymore.